All right, my people, welcome back to Gospel News, where we keep you updated with the latest information on as he take the go. Wahala don burst out for inside Anambra State, where they say that the governor, which is Governor Soludo, the governor of Anambra State, don't finally hold the burial when Simon Ekpa say in Biafra Aṛmy. Go make sure say nothing like burial go dey happen inside Anambra State. Wahala don too much. E be like say Simon Ekpa go converse put for this one. Hey, I wan show una the video, make una use una eyes take see. When the governor Soludo was speaking at the burial himself, he was there live and direct in not accordance with what Simon Ekpa said that no burial should hold in Anambra State. Oh yeah, make una watch the video and share and drop your comments. Thank you.
I want to welcome you on behalf of the family. Also, please plead with you that after this, when we go for the interment, that please all of you don't leave without having a bottle of water. The lordship has said that we have to have a celebration, but I have to say a word or two about that as well. Please, the reception and condolences will be at the community secondary school, which is just a few minutes from here. In fact, 3 minutes from here, you'll be there. We're not doing that in any of our homes because it will be quite chaotic. That's the first thing I want to say. Gratitude to all of you for joining us today. I think today we formally, all of us, the 7 boys that are remaining as his children, I think today all of you have come to admit us formally into the club of orphans. Yeah. My mother died when I was 8, and now my father died at 92. And that is another reason to be grateful to God. Gratitude. Gratitude to God for, I think they said, for a life well spent. Today, we've come to climax a life that we can say that our father, Simeon Soludo, that he lived a befitting life. The key word that we've come to celebrate today is a man who had the grace of God upon his life. From birth, if you go through the history of our family, that for generations you had an only son. His own grandfather was an only son. His own father was an only son. He too ended as an only son. But under him came, I don't know whether it's the 12 apostles also, because he ended up with 12 children, 6 from my mother and 6 from my stepmother. And 7 of us today, out of the 12 of us, 11 male and 1 girl, my only sister, who also died before I was born. So, we've come, the grace of God was upon his life all through the 92 years. He survived many near deaths. He was in the Nigerian Army. He was the only survivor of the platoon that went to a particular war front. He was the only one alive. All the others died, and he was rescued while he was just trying to give up, and he was taken out. He survived many other near deaths, precious surgery that lasted for hours, survived. When I was governor of Central Bank, they attacked him and left him for dead. They lost an eye in the process. They didn't ask for anything, they didn't take anything. They thought they had killed him, marched on him and left. But afterwards, he was still breathing. And at this point, I want to appreciate all the doctors that had attended to him, those at the National Hospital, those in London that also attended to him then and subsequently, and very importantly, to appreciate the doctors at the Tukwemekwa Teaching Hospital, who kept taking care of him and took very, very good care of him. Actually, he died in the hands of doctors at Aṛmy, and this was we give glory to God. Like I said, we did everything that we could to give him a befitting living. A befitting living. And many times during his lifetime, he had cause to say to us, I'm sure he said that to me many times, even for me to count. And I'm sure a similar thing with several of my siblings. Well, Nainga always saying, it was spoken. That's the summary. And it is on that note, for me and for all of us, our father was the pillar. Spiritually, I remember living with him after the Civil War. He was the teacher, he was the one that was our teacher for catechism, preparing us for the first Holy Communion and even for confirmation. The only time I still remember it like yesterday, that I remember my father caning me badly, was over my failure to recite one catechism. He was asking me, after teaching us in class, we came back home to rehearse, and then I fell. He said, give one. And then on body look, they kata Italy. And they might kata Italy, don't be in Italy, even in the name of was there? So, anyway, I won't tell you which of the catechism because I never forgot it again. Took you through St. Jude thing, and when I left to the camp, I said, well, I get out of hard floor, 1 year so the block rosary, you have to be there from serving mass, but I just St. Jude. This is St. Jude, another to block rosary. From local, first thing in the morning, you go to serve mass. If you get out, get to know, get out. Because he was also a scout master, always everywhere and so on and so forth. But it was quite a life. He lived a great life himself. And for about 20 years, he had been preparing to die, I would say. He had been getting ready. Since he was 17, every year he would say, maximum another 5 years. Another 5 years, he would say, maximum another 5 years. Then another 10 years. Then another years. And finally, he prayed that I must become governor of Anambra. If you see my DP, you will see what is there now is where he was praying for me, blessing me. That was shortly before I stepped out of our test. I went to him to tell him, this is what I thought. And if he thought that I should do that, he should then bless me. And asked me to kneel down, and I did. And he went on and he prayed. There wasn't just a prayer, he was decreeing this. And decreeing and decreeing and decreeing. So if he gave you what he get thereby or just speaking with a lot of force. And even at his sick time, when he was sick, was already telling me, let me say 8 years, a couple of 4 years ago, election, or some, 8 years ago, 8 years ago. And so on and so forth. So he believed in all of us. He believed in all of us and gave us a life. All of us doing well in our little corners. I mean, my little corner, everybody is in their little corner. And giving us wonderful children, grandchildren. As an only son, today with 7 surviving sons, with about 26, 27 grandchildren, with about 7 great-grandchildren, 8 daughters-in-law. Everybody there is white, is rock, from an only child to having a dynasty. Shouldn't God was real? So they find that and now having given him a befitting living, ensure that they had a befitting living. Now that he's dead, we are having his funeral just to give him a decent funeral. Oh, that's all we call him now. And that is the whole essence of the Anambra burials law. This burials law was passed into law 2019. I wasn't governor. This was 3 years before I became governor. And that law, the essence, is that we celebrate the living rather than celebration after the person is gone. That we give the person a befitting living, and when it's gone, give the person a decent funeral. If you notice, even in this church service, they have nothing printed on it. There's no brochure, there's no poster, there's no billboard. There's nothing. Even the order of service is not here printed. But we have had a wonderful service, haven't we? All these things is precious and they do God before. And you will see when we step out, you will not see Ařmy and Yotia. Yeah. But all these things create lots of Ařmy get out of Sunday or Brother Soludo. If I am an Ali or me, I will joke. And the day you have to go to the family. When we go to you put the apple from the family, from any family, I'm not on my each time. We can make 1 hour. I saw somebody who had 3 for one event, for 1 day. But yeah, another one. And somebody asked me, and a group of Ařmy showed this. Say, a man or you. What is that? Is the way to honor him to go and sew a cloth he gave you 1 hour. No, I wouldn't even go into that way. Sew that cloth, then one woman here can do more than you could all take a 2,000. Well, ain't that power? That will be more better way to mourn than the uniform that we wear only for now. So I want to thank all those who pushed this Anambra burials law. I think my lordship mentioned Bishop Ezra in the process. I think when I see the pressure that the poor people go through when they are bereaved, from their land, for the Nigeria, the Anambra, the Walendo Fajas, Wavia, Kojebe Fugana. Name in whatever. You put on your almost he knew that. So the statement we are making as a family as well. Yes, I'm governor of Anambra, and we've decided as a family as well that we are not just going to do it strictly in accordance with Anambra burials law. We are even going to be in addition to that. We are even going to be stricter. That when you get there, you will be served very well. You will be looked after very well. But if any naga is a friend is to give bullion funds to come and serve table wine and deal to emergency. Or one can provide a normal care in Nigeria. I said, no, we're not telling my name. So when you get there, you are going to be served food and drinks all made in Nigeria and Anambra State. Food and drinks made in Anambra and Nigeria. No imported nothing. No such thing. Again, chemical, the original chain from Anambra. I will change the level. Went from Ogun and Yosa and so on will be there. From Abu and Yotia, the other things, a hero, beer, Ogadia, Guinness sign. I think you have a long list of them, but it's made in Nigeria and in Anambra. And the message we are sending to poor people, when you can have a decent funeral without borrowing. when they die, give them just a decent funeral. That's the message that we are passing by this particular arrangement. And for the rest of you, as I beg of you, I think when we leave from here, people, if you can make it so that we don't block up the road to my father's house, which is just 3 minutes from here, it's quite a narrow one. So everyone else, except the family members, and we have organized it, cheap and cheerful. We have buses that they will put all of us, so we can drive there and get to the venue. If you go to the reception arena, we just go there, have the interment for a few minutes, and we'll join you right there. We'll spend the entire day at that field. And once more, God bless all of you. We deeply, deeply appreciate this. And please remember the soul of our Father in your prayers. At 92, he lived long. And my Lord, what I used to quote is Genesis 6, verse 3. In case you know 120 years. 120 years. Oh, God, I'm get me to sell about. God, when you guy get but I get 120 years, but even at that, even though Papa didn't live to 120, the 92 was a very glorious one. I lived. That's my prayer. I wish I could live and die the way that he did, because he died a happy and fulfilled man. May God accept his soul in Jesus' name. Thank you very much, and God bless all of you.
Anambra State. I know 120 years occupying the Kamana in the Kawaii. I'm going to say, Father Shebuka, going to see and I go follow our master.
Please, in addition to what the governor has said, every person within the church, we are required from the committee chairman, Chico Biafra, who I'm standing with. We are reviewing the secondary school field, well already prepared for all kinds of people, kindred, Omana, Nino, VIP, VVIP, and what have you. The field is properly prepared to receive each and every one of us. Then for us, the clergy and the bishops, we have replaced all the clergy of our denomination. Our reception is at the topmost of this hall. This hall here, topmost. There is a section only for the bishops. Only for the bishops. Then there are sections for only the clerics. Then the reverend sisters and the catechists, you are going to be received at the first floor. And few of the some officers here, you can join them immediately. And the family requests that we leave our vehicle, just as the governor said. Amen. I am going to give 40. Then we are going to have a disaster around the field. Only few people should go to the house. Only few are required to be the only uniform. Please wait for you at the field. Once more, welcome and thank you immensely.
To my qualities here, His Lordship Bishop Dennis Isuzo, Bishop Nkadu Makekwe I like the father, and then goes in class who saw the non all and a whatever is the procession where we go to the case. The Lordship.
All right, oh, una don see how they take bury the man. E be like say na Soludo father be na Soludo person sha. But as e dey be so, make the soul of the departed make e rest in peace. So, and we want to send our condolences to the governor of Anambra State, Governor Chukwuma Soludo. Make e take heart. Na so e dey be o. As we take see am so, na so we take dey talk am. Make una drop on a comment as e dey be so. Maybe Biafra Aṛmy go vex for this matter. Maybe later they fit go government house, go vex, follow Soludo, we make am come hold burial, even though they don't give orders. Say make they know they do burial for people like Governor Soludo. Wahala fit burst out later. Drop your comments below. Make we know what you the reason follow the matter. Thank you.